I mean, heroics for trading, tons of wisdom in the book, but as far as a hero, the guy was a disaster.
He needed to go fishing and go skiing a little bit, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, he was just kind of a little unbalanced, I think. And, they should make that into a movie, by the way. I've been saying that for years. After that, I picked up this book. Well, not in order, but what's it called again? How Charts Can Help You in the Stock Market by William Giler. And the thing I like about this book a lot is it goes through the patterns. It goes through a cup and handle, the ascending triangle, but it goes through supply and demand, and it goes through emotion. What are the participants thinking? So it really delves into the psychology. And that was really an eye opener for me to kind of, as Keenan and I, who've done a couple articles, and we've got another project we're working on, wrote an article called Humanize the Charts. And that's just understanding that it's not just a cup and handle. It's not these squiggles, this inverted head and shoulders pattern is not just the pattern. It's lower high and lower low, followed by a higher low, then a higher high. That's it. It's just a simple trend change. So I love that book for that because it really opened my mind into saying, okay, these are human emotions represented the aggregate psychology of the market. And then a more recent book, The Perfect Stock,
Taser, right?
by Brad Cuttashore. And this is about Taser, now Axon. And the thing that really struck me with this book is I was trading Taser really aggressively during this run, and how a 7,000% move was set up, started, and finished in an astounding 52 weeks. I remember it specifically because I was making a lot of money with it. And then I made some mistakes with it because Taser was at that time, and now I like to say there's no such thing as up too much if there's still buyers. Well, I thought it was up too much at a certain time. So I would try to short it, and there were never shares available to short. And I saved a lot of money through that. But then I got so clever and found out there was TASRW, and they were trading in parity because they were in the money, and you could borrow the warrants. So I made a couple trades short, made, a few grand here and there. And then one time I held on too long, and, it was a bigger loss. Then it was bigger than the loss. It wasn't bigger than the aggregate that I made on the upside. So let's say I made an aggregate 100,000. I might have lost, 40 or 50 shorting the warrants, which was just stupid because that was pretty much all in 2 or 3 trades. Whereas on the way up, it was maybe 20 trades. Yeah.
Were you swing trading Taser, like a similar style to what you use now, or okay?
Actually, I held things a little bit longer even back then. And it might partially because the technology wasn't still as advanced. I didn't have 1-minute charts to invent things on, and daily VWAPs.